Hi guys, Pastor Josh here from Branch Life Church, and I want to let you know what's happening with Branch Life over these next couple weeks in response to the coronavirus. For the next 2 weeks, starting this Sunday, we will be moving all of our services online. We'll not be gathering together face to face at Connection Church, but we will be live streaming our services on our Facebook page, and we want to invite all of you to join us for these online services. I'm excited about what we're going to do for these worship times, and I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that in a second. But first, I just want to speak to you from a pastor's heart. I know that there is a lot of change happening and that this is not normal. So what are we supposed to do and how are we supposed to respond? Well, can I encourage you to do whatever you can right now to love your neighbor? A little bit of kindness will go a long way in the days and weeks ahead. Because we believe in Jesus, we can lean in on the promises of Jesus. And the stronger our connection to Christ, the farther our reach. And this is a time where we can reach out and help others. There may be an elderly friend or neighbor that you know that can't go out into the community because they're at high risk. Can you do their food shopping for them? Can you take them a meal? Can you just check in on them and let them know you're thinking about them and that you're praying for them? And maybe they want to join us online, but they don't know how to use the technology. Maybe you can be someone that can encourage them. You probably have working mom and dads that are trying to rearrange their schedules because all of a sudden their kids are going to be home for 2 weeks. Can we help with childcare? Can we take a couple of days so that these working parents can do what they need to do while also caring for their kids during this time? And there are some kids that have meals at school that aren't going to be able to have those meals. How can we help them? There's international students whose classes have been canceled, but yet they can't travel home because of the travel ban. So there are going to be ways, big ways and small ways, where you can serve. As a church, we're going to be looking for opportunities to serve our community in the days and weeks ahead. So pay attention to our Facebook page. We'll post things. We've posted a couple things already where we can volunteer, where we can serve, where we can give. But I want to encourage you to do the same for those that are around you, for your family to serve other families, and for your small groups to think about how you can serve during this season. The other thing I want to say from my heart to yours is worship is important. Worship's always important, but worship is particularly important during times of hardship and trouble. And no, we're not going to be able to gather together to worship, but that doesn't mean we have to abandon worship altogether. So these times where we're live streaming the services, I want to encourage you to be a part of these times, to set aside the entire block, to focus in and to lean in yourself and your families, and to worship together with us. During these live stream services, we're going to be focusing on praying together, hearing from God, and then responding. We're going to ask you to interact and to be involved during these worship times. So tune in, log in, and be a part of these services. Interact with us. You can talk back and ask questions all along the way. And we're going to be doing some special things. On this first Sunday, this Sunday at 5 p.m., we're closing our series on brokenness. The tagline is very appropriate: hope and healing for a broken world. We're going to talk about how God has conquered things like death and disease. And so this is a message that really needs to be heard in today's time and today's culture. So join us and invite other people. We'd love for that to happen. And then in 2 weeks, in 2 Sundays, we're going to be kicking off a brand new series called Prove It. And in this Prove It series, we are saying, what if everything that is said about Jesus, that Jesus did, that Jesus taught, what if that was actually true, and what if we could prove it? For those of us that have a strong faith in Jesus, this is going to be very encouraging. And for those that are exploring faith or are new to faith, you will find this discussion to be very challenging and to encourage your walk and your relationship with Jesus. So I want to encourage you to be a part of this. We're going to launch this series as an online series. And we're going to see what God does in this unique way as we teach a series for the first time in this way and in this fashion. So we're going to be putting some information out in the days and weeks ahead about the Prove It series and how you can be a part. We're not just going to interact on Sundays. We're also going to have our talk back online on Monday afternoon. We want to encourage you with your teams and with your small groups to do conference calls, to do video calls where you can pray together, where you can interact together. Your small group may not be able to meet in person, but that doesn't mean you still can't touch base all together through a Zoom call or a Skype call or some FaceTime. So use the online to continue worship, to continue the habit and the practice of worship. Let's not abandon spiritual things during this time. Let's lean in to spiritual things. So as a church, we want to strengthen our connection to Christ so that we can reach our world, so that we can love our neighbors. So remember, a little bit of kindness goes a long way, and worship is really important. What can you do to strengthen your connection to Christ? Who can you invite to join us on our online worship times? And who can you reach out to in kindness in the name of Jesus to love during this season? So stay tuned for more information. If you'd like to get more information or to read more about what our plans are, I'd encourage you to go to branchlife.church and to click on our blog post there. That'll give you all the details in writing and also send you to the right links so you can follow along. Like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will get all the updates there that you need. Guys, I love you. I'm sad that we're not going to be able to see each other face to face like we normally do. I look forward to the day that we can do that again safely, and can't wait for that to happen. But in the meantime, I think God has got good for us. He's got good in store. And so let's see what God does during these next few days and during these next few weeks. I love you guys. I'm praying for you, and I'm excited to see what God does through you.